Hey DC collectors, welcome back to a brand new episode of the show. Today we're taking a look at the brand new DC Core figures from Mattel. Are these figures the McFarlane killers? Let's take these out of the box and let's find out. Here they are out of the package, and I must say for a $13 figure, you get a lot of value out of these. We're going to start by taking a look at articulation on these guys. So taking a look at the head can move all the way around. It's on a nice ball joint, so it's got some great movement to it. Looking up, he can do it pretty good. I don't have a problem with how high he can look. He looks down pretty good as well. He has articulation at the shoulders. They can go all the way around. T-pose is pretty good. It's on par with other figures that are articulated in this scale. Now looking at the elbows, we don't have double jointed elbows, but we do have the ability for one bend as well as back and forth 360 because it is on a swivel joint. Hands can rotate all the way around and they go back and forth as well. No ab crunch, no torso cut, but there is the ability to twist at the waist and he'll do a 360 there. He's fine doing a split. This way, of course, he's not going to get as much back because of his butt, the way that the joint just works, the way the leg hits the butt. So he's not going to get much movement back, but of course he can kick pretty high. Surprisingly, these have thigh swivel, so he can rotate 360 at the thigh. He has double jointed knees, although you're really not going to get a lot of bend out of that. It's just that's it. But on the upside, these are pinless joints. As far as articulation goes, that's it. There's no joint at the boot. There's no boot cut and there's no ankle joint. And this is the articulation for all the figures in the line. They are all the same. So we're not really going to worry about looking at the articulation on the rest of them. I will note a few cool things here. So there is a hole in the back and it lines up, the cape lines up with the hole in the back. I'm assuming this is for some accessories or something later on. You'll also notice that this thing has a few pegs right here on the belt. These are from some of the accessories that come in the package. You can attach those here so we can just keep those at the ready. Now, one of the big differences here is the sculpt. So we really do want to take a look at that. The sculpt, I mean, the Batman figure is pretty spot on. I can't really complain about the sculpt. He looks really nice for a 6.5-inch figure. There's lots of detail going on in the leg area and this part of the costume here. And actually in the rib cage area too, it's the same sort of pattern. And under the arm there, it's this, really fine texture. You rub your finger on it, you can tell what it is. There's little lines or seams or something in the costume here as well, where it just goes to that smooth surface. I'm assuming some of this may be like some sort of bulletproof armor or something. Just you make up your own headcanon if you want to. He does have these little shoulder gauntlets. I'm not a big fan of that. It almost looks like just a messed up sculpt when you're looking at it. Maybe they should have painted this a little darker color or something, but again, this is a kid's line. This is not the adult line, so I know I'm asking for a little much here. The belt is sculpted really nice. It's made out of sort of a flimsier plastic than the rest of the figure. The figure does have pretty good weight to him too, so it's not like he's just a hollowed out action figure. It's really, really nice. Looking at the face sculpt, does look like they've done some inkjet printing on this one. On the face, you can tell because the eyes do have some of that pixelation, that little pixelated look to it. Maybe even the lips. Yep, the lips do have some of that pixelized look to it too. Of course, this is just a tampo print for the logo across the chest. Check out the boots. They even have little treads on the bottom of the feet and holes right there if you need stands. Now, I haven't talked much about the cape. The cape is okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world. The material's fine, I guess. I don't like the hole in it, but I understand why the hole is there. It just, I mean, it looks fine here. It just doesn't flow like I would like for an adult collector figure to be, and I hope that they improve upon that with the collector line. Here, the back gauntlets are this is a different piece of plastic right here. This is that softer plastic, and you can tell because these are very flimsy. They're very pliable. It's actually glued on to the arm. All in all, a pretty decent Batman figure. Is 6.5 inches tall. So it's gonna scale with like your Marvel Legends and GI Joe classifieds, things of that nature, which is pretty nice for, like I said, a 6.5-inch figure. Comparing them with other figures, here's the Masters of the Universe Origins Rio Blast. Here is a Black Series Bosk figure. Here is the TU5CC Science Officer from Cosmic Legions. Here's a more accurate comparison with the Spin Master Superman movie 6-inch figure. Here are Marvel Legends Multiple Man and X-Men 97 Cable. And of course, here's a McFarlane Toys Yellow Batman, just to compare. Taking a look at Robin, again, this is pretty much the same figure that I reviewed the other day with Robin Cycle. You can just look at both of them here. It is the exact same figure, just a different color scheme. I'm not seeing any difference whatsoever with this figure other than the color scheme. The arm on this is sort of bowed out right here where the joint combines. I'm wondering if I'm going to have issues with that one day. I'm not happy with that. It's not going to look right on my shelf, but I'll deal with it. And these two look good together, too. They just look good. Batman and Robin. Right out of the gate, you get Batman and Robin. That's pretty cool. Taking a look at the Flash is actually really nice, too. They did a great job on painting the eyes. This is one of those digital inkjet printing jobs on the face. And in the package, his little ears got bent up. So, we're going to have to take a heat or blow dryer or something to kind of try to fix these to get them shaped back so they don't just go back into his head. Overall, I'm digging this figure. It's actually really, really good. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Flash. You really can't mess up the Flash. He's just such a basic figure. And I'm sure this is going to be the standard buck for all of your, for lack of a better term, unitard figures. The ones who don't have much of anything other than this look with like a logo on their chest or something. There's not a lot going on with them. I'm sure boots or something like that will change. The bottom, this, from the knee down will change from figure to figure. But this is just the standard bug where you can paint it any way you want. So this could be swap out the head. You could have this as Captain Atom or maybe even Blue Beetle or Booster Gold, or heck, even Green Lantern. Again, this one has a hole in the back, tread on the boots, and the hole in the boots as well for you to stand them. I noticed that every single figure has the exact same hands too. So if you look at all three of these guys, they all feature the same hands, which is kind of weird that none of them come with a fist hand, but this is a kid's line. This is not a collector's line. This is the kid's line. Taking a look at the Joker, just look at this. Okay, this guy has the best paint job of all. The face on this guy is fantastic. The sculpt on him is fantastic, but the paint on the teeth. I mean, look at those teeth. They did a fantastic job painting this guy's mouth. I've seen way more expensive figures with less of a paint job than this guy. This is superb. The eyeballs are great. The mouth is great. Of course, this is just a simple like suit figure, so there's not a lot going on here, but I'm sure this will be reused as well, because I'm sure you're going to get a bajillion variants of this from Mattel. Classic Joker shoe boot area where the cuff of the pants just sort of flap over the boot like that. I mean, it's perfect. Looks good. Has the tails here. Now notice he doesn't have a hole in his back. For whatever reason, there's no hole here. So I guess there's no future plans for him wearing a backpack or anything. All in all, just a really nice version of the Joker. With each figure, you get a ton of accessories, and it harkens back to those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles days when you have everything on a sprue. You just peel things off. It's easily twisted. Some people might want to cut them just to keep the edges really, really tight. I want my edges really sharp, so I will give it a little trim with the tweezers. Check that out. Each thing has little notches in it so you can attach it to the belts of the figures. So there's lots of toyetic play experience with these figures, and after all, they are kids figures, so why wouldn't they go with that? Another cool aspect is this. You get these two pieces here, and basically it's a stand for the figures. They just sort of snap in place at the bottom. Really do just snap in place and stand up. And they have these little clips here that allow you to connect it to other figures stands. And this allows you to just place the weapons on the weapons rack. Like we were talking about before, you see the little peg holes here. You can actually snap this anywhere you want. We'll just put it right here for grins and giggles. And it just snaps in place. And all the weapons are easily stored on this rack, so you don't lose them, but you know kids will probably lose them. And by the way, these are Robin's accessories that he comes with. He comes with these 2 staffs, a bunch of these throwing stars, spinny throwing stars, a couple of sets of handcuffs, and a knife. Just like Robin, Batman comes with his own set of gear, which looks like some sort of gas pellets, grapple gun, some batarangs, maybe, what are these? Some sort of mines, maybe? Or a shield of some sort? Yeah, not really sure, but kids have a vivid imagination. I'm sure they can come up with something. Just like Robin, he also comes with this accessory holder. You just, like before, just snap in place and you're good to go. Here's Batman's rack all geared up, aside from the pellets, which I ended up putting on his bat belt. As you can see, they just stick right in. Also, I'm going to show you how this works, putting it together. You can see you have a clip here, and you have this circle plastic here and here. So it just snaps into place theoretically. Oh yes, fairly easy. Fairly easy. It can turn, so you get like a square. Here are the Flash's accessories, and he does not have a weapons rack. So his are just like lightning pieces and lightning blades and things of that nature. So kids are going to have to store these somewhere else. And they could use them on the Batman and Robin racks if they wanted to. The Joker also comes with weapons galore. He doesn't have a rack either. He's got 4 projectiles that go with the weapon that he has. He has this little Joker axe, and he has 4 mines, again, gas pellet mines, Smilex mines, who knows what they are. Kids, make up your own head cannon with this thing. Here is the weapon that the Joker comes with, so you can tell that you do launch the projectiles from the mouth. You just slide it in place, and actually, if you look close, it's got room for 2, so that the mouth can move up and down to shoot both, and the little trigger on top just shoots them out. Another neat piece are these masks that come with the Joker. As you can see, this is a Robin mask. We're going to pull Robin out, stick him right here, and you can see that this just literally just fits over the face. And now he's a totally different character. He's Jokered Robin. Same thing with Batman here, just a nice Jokerized face. That slips right on, and now he's a whole different figure. And the Flash also gets the Joker treatment. Again, slides right on over the face, and boom, 3 different characters. Are these new Mattel figures McFarlane killers? Well, not really. They're not even in the same ballpark. They're aimed at 2 different target audiences. This Mattel line is aimed at kids, not adult collectors. The McFarlane DC Multiverse is an adult collector figure. Now, Mattel will introduce collector figures in 2027 when McFarlane's license expires. But until then, these new Mattel figures are what we have. In some ways, I can't appreciate what they're doing with these figures, and I like them more than I like the McFarlane figures, but you're not getting the detail and the sculpt and the paint apps that you're getting with the McFarlane figures. But my opinion really doesn't matter. What do you think? Are you going to pick this line up? Are you going to pick any of these figures up? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of these new figures. All right, folks, if you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. I sure would appreciate it. Check me out at dccollectors.com each and every day for the latest DC Comics toy news. You can check me out on social media at DC Collectors on Instagram, Facebook, X, and Blue Sky. Check out the Facebook collector groups McFarlane DC Multiverse and Mattel DC Universe. That's it for this one, folks. God bless.